Hi, welcome to Century Villages at Cabrillo. My name is Steve Coleman. I'm the Executive Director. Century Villages is a former naval housing base that over the last 20 years has been converted to a thriving community made up of formerly homeless individuals, families, and veterans here in West Long Beach. What you're about to watch is a segment on what goes on here at Century Villages at Cabrillo.
My name is Rene Castro, everybody, and I just want to share a little bit about Elias and this project and what it means for us. You know, as he said, I really didn't know what a meditation labyrinth was, and I thought it was similar to what we saw in The Shining, you know, with the maze. It's not that. It's not that. The meditation labyrinth is a part of our effort we call Pathways to Health. It's part of an effort to really build wellness and health for not only our residents, but the 300 people who actually work here every day. And God knows we need a little bit of well-being and health too, right? Elias, this is a big deal for him and for all of us who supported him. We're just really proud of him. And I just wanted to say he is a graduate of Cal State University Northridge. He started with Century Villages at Cabrillo about 2 years ago. He's a property assistant. He works in the front office. As those of you who actually work on the front lines in the front office, you know how stressful and demanding it is. And somehow he's able to do this project on top of his full-time work. He has a bachelor's degree in sociology, and he's just a really nice guy. So again, let's give him a hand.
Originally, this project was just an idea, a concept really. At the time, back in 2015, I was a member of the San Gabriel Mountains Leadership Academy, which was a 6-month training program led by Ewing that really emphasized civic engagement, community advocacy, and project management. It was from that time that, it was during that time that I really learned the importance of green spaces, spaces for people to come and enjoy nature and really isolate themselves to be able to alleviate the stresses from everyday life. From that time, I was able to meet up to connect with Steve Coleman, and we were able to start solidifying these ideas. Fast forward to September of 2016, and I crossed paths with Mr. James Osgood, who was able to give us a $10,000 grant in funding and match funding to create a community project, and it seemed like everything started to line up just right. It was from that point I was able to reconnect with Ewing and also with Mark in order to be able to really solidify this project. Now, unlike a maze that's really meant to confuse you with multiple paths and dead ends, a labyrinth is really a single path that's meant to create an introspective narrative as you continue. As you go along the path, it's really meant to kind of symbolize not only the journey that residents take here at Century Villages at Cabrillo, but also the journey in life. At first, you might think you're starting off in one direction when a barrier will show up and your course suddenly changes. There may even be times where you feel like you're going backwards, but with due diligence and commitment, your path will continue. As a result of this, we really thought to place special plants that appeal to the 5 senses, with educational signage that'll help you learn about each plant as you continue your path. These plants really help kind of solidify the narrative that although life may seem to be taking you in obscure directions, it's always important to stop and enjoy the present moment while you're striving for a better future. Yes, I already know what you're thinking, but Elias, how could you hear a plant? You just can't do that. And you'd be right. But as you walk through this labyrinth, and as you take a stroll through our garden, if you listen very carefully, ever so closely, and you hear the the sound of the wind blowing through the trees, or the birds chirping in the distance, or the laughters, the ideas, the encouragement that's shared in this garden, I think you find your answer. Now, before I go, I'd like to share a quote that was shared with me that really resonated within me. It was from a philosopher, Henry Thoreau, that said, "As a single footstep will not make a path on earth, so a single thought will not make a pathway in the mind. To make a deep physical path, we walk again and again. To make a deep mental path, we must think over and over the kinds of thoughts we wish to dominate our lives." It's these words from Thoreau that I hope resonate within you as it did with me. And all who partake in this labyrinth, as well as in CVC and in life altogether. What may start off as just a silly idea to you may one day blossom into something truly extraordinary.
Thank you for watching. If you'd like more information about Century Villages and what goes on here, please check us out on our website here, or you can also look us up on Facebook or follow us on Twitter.